Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish.
Some of you are interested in this work, and you like telling people you do it. It make you feel good. But you're not 120 though. Some of you are committed, but just like your side hustle. I left everything and started doing it. The world responded to that commitment. Some of y'all are negotiating, not because of the company, you negotiate because you're not the best at what you do. And I need y'all to go back and be the best at what you do. And then I need y'all to come together as the best and then take this thing to the next level. And there's some of you, you know what you want. You know what you want, but you are not personally willing to do the work it takes to get it. What you're trying to do is do what you've done on this level and get the next level. You're trying to do exactly what you're doing on this level. You like, I'm getting up every day. I'm putting in 2.5. I'm putting in 3, and I'm not getting the opportunity. The opportunity might require 3.5. I'm lifting weights. I'm eating right, and I'm not getting the opportunity. It might require getting up and working out 3.5. It might require you saying no to your friends. It might require you changing your diet. It might require you moving to another city. Whatever it takes, you got to be willing to do it. And you keep saying you're not there because of something else, because it's easier to blame somebody else. Because now you don't got to do no work when you blame somebody else. Guess who got to do the work? They got to do the work.
Without commitment, you'll never start. But more importantly, without consistency, you'll never finish. It's not easy. If it was easy, there'd be no Kerry Washington. If it were easy, there'd be no Michael T. Williamson, no Stephen McKinley Henderson, no Russell Hornsby. If it were easy, there'd be no Denzel Washington. So, keep working, keep striving, never give up, fall down 7 times, get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship.
Commitment shows up in your life through action. The people that are committed are busy doing it. You can only have 2 things in life: reasons or results. Notice, reasons don't count. Folks will always point out reasons on why they're not living their dreams. They will always be able to point those things out, but none of those things count. The only thing that counts are results. And results don't lie, ladies and gentlemen. They tell it all. Judge a tree by the fruit that it bears, not the ones that it might talk about, not the ones that it might wish for or affirm about, but the fruit that it actually bears. But all of us are committed. But I think that some of us are producing results in our lives that level of commitment brings that we particularly don't like or find distasteful. I don't think that as a participant in life, you cannot be committed. You're either committed to mediocrity or you're committed to greatness. You're committed to being happy or you're committed to being unhappy. However you spend your time, that tells you who you are. So think about what it is you like to create in your life experience. Once I do an evaluation on how you spend your time, I can tell you exactly what you're committed to. People that say they have dreams or want to open a business or want to do something differently than what they're now doing, they don't like their jobs. People who say they want to improve their income level, look at how they spend their time. The commitment of their time, how they use that will really tell the truth. People who said, I'd like to do better, but you don't find them in vocational or technical schools upgrading their skills and their knowledge, how they spend their time, that will tell you. People tell you they want to stop smoking and they're lighting up at that time. Folks that say, I want to stop drinking, and every time you're in their face, they're reeking with alcohol, that will tell you what's going on. Don't have to listen to what they say, just watch what they do.
If you're interested, you'll do what's convenient. You'll believe your stories and excuses, and you'll continue to be a victim of your current reality and circumstances. You'll come up with all the reasons why you can't achieve those goals, and that's what you will be focusing on for the rest of your life.
So I go to the gym, they have the pull-up bar, they have the ropes, and then all of a sudden I see these walls that I've seen before, you know, these, they call them the warped wall, right? They use them in these Ninja Warrior stuff. So I look at them like, how tall is this one? 10 feet. Okay, I think I can do this one. So I run up and I make it, I come down. Then I'm walking around, I see a couple other things, and I see these two walls. One is green, one is blue. I look at the guy, the instructor, how tall is that one? That one's 12 feet. How about this one? That's massive. Oh, that's the tournament one. That's 14 feet. That's what they use in Ninja Warrior tournaments. That's 14 feet. It looks like the Wall of China when you look at it, right? So let me give a shot with the 12-foot one. I look at it, I'm going, hesitating, coming back. Finally, I run, I make the 12-footer. I come back down. Then I'm looking at the 14-foot wall. And when you look at this blue wall, it just looks impossible, especially if you've never done it before. I'm not a CrossFit guy. I'm not a Ninja Warrior guy. I lift weights, I do cardio. That's pretty much what I. So I'm watching this thing, and right before I'm testing this out, I'm kind of doing some steps, and I'm hesitating a little bit. One father comes and he's like, yeah, let me do this. His wife and kids are there. Wife starts recording. He runs up. He falls on his back so bad. It was embarrassing. His kids are there. People are watching. It was terrible. So I'm standing in front of this thing, thinking the same thing's gonna happen to me as this father that just happened. They announced they're closing the gym down, the birthday's over with. You guys gotta leave. And I'm telling the guy, I said, listen, I gotta try this thing. Because if I go home tonight without at least trying to give my best for this thing, and knowing that my best isn't good enough to go up there, I can't go to sleep. But I have to at least know that I give my best. So another 20 minutes goes. The guy's like, listen, we're closing up the gym. I said, just let me. So my wife starts recording. Then I run up. I don't make it. I run up, I don't make it. I run up, I don't make it. A couple times I hesitate. Finally he comes up, he whispers to me, he says, listen, can I just give you some counsel? I said, yes. Nice 28-year-old guy, 29-year-old guy. He says, if I can just be honest with you, you're not committed to this jump. The only way this jump is gonna work out for you is you have to be totally committed. I said, what do you mean? I was almost like a little bit offended by it. He says, you're not committed to this jump. But he's saying it to me with a smile on his face, very respectful. I said, tell me why. He says, every time you jump, your left hand hits the wall. And the reason why you're doing that is because you're scared that you're not gonna make it. In your mind, you're already coming down because you're trying to protect yourself. You think you're gonna hit the wall. He says, the only way this works is you have to run up and then your hands have to go like this. You're not doing that, you're going like this. So I said, okay, let me see what's gonna happen this time. So I start looking at the wall and I'm asking myself, are you really fully committed to this? What's the worst thing that's gonna happen? Worst thing that's gonna happen is you're gonna fall like that father, maybe a little bit more because you're 20 pounds heavier than him. So it could be a little bit worse than that, but that's the worst thing that's gonna happen. Okay, no problem, I'm fully committed, go for it. And I take the steps and all of a sudden I jump up and I make it. Once I'm up there, I pull myself up. I hit the board because I'm excited. I come down, my daughter comes, I pick her up. My wife is saying, so you want to say anything? I said, prior to me doing this, I did this many times. So and I'm sweating. I did it twice just to know that I didn't get lucky. Why am I sharing this story with you? Let me tell you why I'm sharing this story with you. Look, I know a lot of people that I advise that run businesses. They get into sales for the first time, or they're entrepreneurs, or they put some money into their business and it doesn't work out for them and they fail miserably. They blame the industry, they blame everything, but they don't look back and ask themselves the one question. Before you threw in the towel, did you ever fully commit to making this business work? Did you fully commit to the jump, or did the wall of China scare you? Because that's what it looked like. It looked like a wall of China. You have your own wall of China when you're going up in your business. You don't know if you can do the business. You're afraid, what if this doesn't work out? What if you lose the money? What if your friends, your peers, people tell you, I knew you could never be an entrepreneur, you could never make it in real estate. You thought you can go into sales and make this, you can't get into financial industry. I knew you couldn't do it, and that's in the back of your head. And in the back of your head, you were saying, worst case scenario, I'm gonna go back to what I was doing. You're not committed. Whatever you're doing right now, if you're not going to commit, stop doing it. If you're willing to commit, and know that there may be some consequences, then go for it. One doesn't go without the other. By the way, this applies to every aspect of your life. Family, parenting, marriage, relationship, finance, getting into shape. So whatever you got going on, I know this is maybe not the news you wanted to hear today because you were hoping I could give you an out. Moving forward this week, today, starting today, if you're in after watching this video, fully commit, assuming everything's gonna go your way, even if it doesn't. The chances you making it doesn't just go up 10%, 20%, 50%. Your chances goes up dramatically, 80, 90% if you fully commit to making it work. And if you do that 3, 6, 12, 24 months from now, when people ask you, what happened all of a sudden? You were about to go out of business. You just made $1 million. Look at the life, you're traveling all over the world. What happened to this lifestyle you got? Everybody wants to know what you're doing with your life. In the back of your mind, you're gonna say, Man, 2 years ago, if you only know how scared I was and how much I was hesitating, I finally totally committed, and this happened to my life. So I'm hoping you take up my challenge today and go fully commit to whatever business, whatever venture, whatever industry you just got involved in, and watch magic happen to you.
The person who achieves goals and dreams takes consistent daily, weekly, monthly actions towards those goals and dreams. And they don't allow their stories or their excuses or the reasons or circumstances to hold them back. They are committed to achieving their goal no matter what. That's the attitude. That's the mindset that you have to have. And you have to have absolute resolve that you will do whatever it takes. If you're committed, you'll start today to let go of your stories, your excuses, your reasons why. You'll come in every single day and figure out how you can achieve those goals and why you must. One commitment, one moment in my life. Now, if you're committed, here's what I'd like you to do. Take a sheet of paper and write down one goal for every area of your life: health, wealth, relationships, career, business, charitable. And write down one goal and when you want to achieve it by. And then what I want you to do is write down 3 action steps that you can take towards achieving those goals. Write down, what do you need to learn? What do you need to believe? What do you need to do? Take those things, put those right on your calendar with a time by which you are going to complete those things. So, are you interested or are you committed?